Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday the 13th. I'm in my hometown of Riverside, California. Things are going to be a little bit different today because we're expecting some rain later on today. And I had another location totally picked out, but fortunately, that's going to have to be at a later date. And besides, all getting ready to travel to do a show later tonight and tomorrow. So, let's talk about Riverside a little bit. Riverside had plenty of things to do out here, besides rock climbing, a couple of bowling alleys. We have a amusement park known as Castle Park. We have the great Mission Inn. And also we have March Air Force Base Museum, which I will cover in a later video. And also I'll be covering the Mission Inn when we take a venture downtown Riverside. I have lived out in Riverside the majority of my life. We have also the famous murder told story that took place involving a serial killer known as a Zodiac Killer. It wasn't fully confirmed that he did commit the murder or not, but it took place in the early 80s, I believe, at a city college known as Riverside City College of Riverside, where a young lady was kidnapped and murdered as she was trying to enter her vehicle. Her body was discovered several days later, not too far from the college. And there were messages linking it to the Zodiac Killer. Like I said, it was never fully confirmed, but there is a cover story on YouTube about it. There is a new article about it, if you're still able to find it. Also, what's really unique about Riverside, we have a mountain called Mountain Rubidoux. And if you are from Riverside or familiar with Mountain Rubidoux had an old saying during 4th of July, which is, I ain't 4th of July until Mountain Rubidoux was on fire. The reason why that saying came along is because for years, continuously, every time the window goes set off fireworks on top of Mountain Rubidoux, which is right behind me in the distance. Can't really see it because it's kind of dark outside. Mountain Rubidoux always caught on fire. It's not also because of the homeless setting it on fire. That's a whole nother story, which is known as the river bottom, aka the Santa Ana River, which is known as a homeless city. That a lot of homeless lay down there because they want to get away from society to do their illegal activity and other things, such as having a place to live. But every once in a while, the Santa Ana River will catch on fire due to the homeless illegal activity. Also, another interesting crime fact a lot of people don't know about. It's an infamous police shooting that took place involving a former LAPD officer known as Christopher Donner. I remember that night when police got on a loudspeaker and told everybody to lock and shelter because there had been a police shooting at the corner of Arlington and Magnolia, where Christopher Donner happened to stop at the stoplight, and to the unknown at the time, police did not know that Christopher Donner was at that stoplight when two Riverside police officers had pulled up aside his vehicle, where Christopher Donner realized, wait a minute, there's two Riverside police officers next to me, and chose to open fire on them, striking both officers, where one officer ended up coming to his injury while the other one has survived after having multiple surgery. Before he had proceeded up to Big Bear Mountain, which is only about a 30-minute to 45-minute drive from Riverside, where they later have discovered him in San Bernardino Mountain before taking his own life. Also, what's really interesting at that same intersection, a lot of people don't know, is at one time, the Anaheim Angels had played a baseball game at the corner of Arlington and Magnolia before they had their actual baseball field. And also, what's really interesting about that same corner as well was the very first Riverside orange tree being buried there, which is covered by an habitation cage, if I'm saying it correctly. So there's a lot of interesting things to do out Riverside. Yes, we do have our negative neighborhood areas, and we have our good areas. Some of the bad areas I have lived in the past year was known as La Sierra Heights, which it can be bad at times, depending on what part of La Sierra Heights you are. We have Costa Blanca area, which is known as mixed races and gang area. Then we also have Eastside Riverside, surrounding Bobby Bond Park. That was named after the famous baseball player who grew up in Riverside, along with his father, Barrymon, if I got that correct, who have been to be MLB Baseball Hall of Famers. I will say about Eastside Riverside, the crime rate had gone down pretty significant. It's not as bad as it was back in the early 90s when I lived there, when I first moved to California. But now and then, you do have your crime rates over there. And prostitution had gone down so significant that they tore down a lot of those hotels that were over there and rebuilt new ones to newer standards. Yes, I did go to high school in Riverside for my sophomore, junior, and senior year at Ramona High School, where we have won a couple of state championships and a couple of CIF championships as well. I remember the year in my senior year of high school, we have won 8 8 CIF championships, from wrestling to golf to swimming to water polo. Unfortunately, our football team was not that great at the time. And other thing. Well, for my freshman year, I went to school in San Diego. Also, every once in a while, we will have a festival known as the Tamale Festival that takes place at White Park. And also, we do have the Day of the Dead Festival, which will take place in October in downtown Riverside. We also have 3 major universities known as University of Riverside, UCR. We have CBU, known as Cal Baptist University, which is a Christian university. Then we also have La Sierra University, which is in the northern part of California. I mean, the northern part of Riverside. Excuse me on that one. Someone didn't have his morning coffee. And we do have a community college known as Riverside City College. We also have plenty of museums if you guys would like to come out and check out a couple of museums. We even have one that is personally owned by Chi Chong, who you may have known in plenty of movies, who is a spokesperson for the Latino culture. He has a museum in downtown Riverside, which is next to the Mission Inn, that was built just a few years ago. We have the Art Museum, that has a lot of collaborative work done by some of the UCR students. And we also have a couple of museums. We also are known for the Riverside Fox Theater, which is also downtown Riverside, that had hosted comedy event from Larry the Cable Guy, Brad Williams, I believe, and others. And we also had other interacting stuff there. Then we have the Riverside Municipal Auditorium, which is one of my favorite places to go to in Riverside, which is also located in downtown Riverside. They have hosted concerts there, wrestling events such as Micromania, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and WWE NXT, which I have been to multiple times. So if you guys are planning on coming to downtown Riverside, check out all the wonderful places that is there to do. So thank you for tuning in for the short little video. And I'll see you guys on the next adventure with gold. Till next time. And also, everyone, have a happy Valentine's Day. And happy Friday the 13th as well. See you on the next episode.